Hi everyone. Hi everyone. It's Nono here, and I want to welcome you one more week to the live stream. I was testing some new special effects and they didn't work properly. All right, so let's get started. This is Nono Martinez Alonso here. This is a live stream for machine intelligence for designers, but also for creativity and art and creative coding and automation and many other things. I'm gonna get going. I'll ask you before we get started to like this video if you want to support the work that I'm doing here with the channel, and to subscribe if you want to get notified when I go live next or when I upload new videos. You can join the community and Discord and chat with us. There's a lot of people already there, and you can watch last week's episode on uploading videos to YouTube with the Python API. We discovered that through this API, we can even upload 2K videos, something that other applications don't allow us to do, but the API lets us, I think, upload any resolution video. I haven't read anything about restrictions, but at least we've tried 1080 and 2K, and it works pretty well. We do a complete look at how to create a project, how to create the auth token, and how to write a Python or reuse a Python script that already existed on Google's documentation page to upload our own custom videos to YouTube. So my intention with this is that we can automate uploading clips from the live stream and from the podcasts to YouTube, and they can be automated in some way. But we'll talk more about that in the future. As always, I'll invite you to send voice notes to gettingsimple.com/ask. I prefer recording notes, even though you can also write a message. But please, if you do send a question, consider recording audio, because that way I can include it on the podcast or the live stream. Today, I haven't had too much time to prepare as many days, but as you know, this is the time I reserve to play with things I don't have time to play in my real life. So we are gonna get started. Let me see, is the camera good? Yeah, it looks like everything's okay. If you're connecting live, I would ask you as well to tell us if you can see us properly, if you can hear us properly. That helps me know that there's nothing. I didn't forget to switch on the microphone or something. And I see my voice volume here, so it seems like we're good. Okay, so what are we gonna do today? Let me close or move away from these slides and bring to the forefront my cheat sheet, right? These are my Notion notes where I usually track what we do. So for last week, we have some documentation on how we created that script to upload videos to YouTube with the API. And throughout this week, I've seen a few things that have to do with VQGAN and clip, right? So if we go to some of the things that I've seen, so for example, in Gene Kogan's website, I think we might be able to see some of these things that I want to refer to. I think these are made with this technique. I might not, or I'm not sure right now, but let me hmm let me quickly look at some things here. One sec. I have a few links that I saved last week. Yeah, I think this is the maybe hmm yeah, I'm unsure. Yeah, now I cannot find what I saw the other day. Okay. All right. I don't have, it seems like I'm not able to find the link I was going to show today. There was a page where there was art arguably done with VQGAN and Clip, but we don't have that right now. Okay, so I just realized something that has happened before, that this live stream up to minute 7 seems to be private. So nobody can get in. So I'm gonna make it public now, all right? So if you're watching offline, nobody has watched the former live, right? So everything that's happened for the first 7 minutes of the podcast, of the live stream, I was talking on my own, and for a good reason. My fault. Okay, that sounds good. Awesome. Okay, so it seems like we're live now, and I'm gonna take a look at something quickly here. Awesome. All right, so we're back. Great. So let's take a look. I have a link here to in the live stream. I have some notes for some of the things that we can take a look at today. I'm gonna add a marker here. So let's put a marker on the on here. So marker um, mm, 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 VQGAN plus clip. Okay. Hi everyone, it's Nono here, and I'm gonna take a look at what VQGAN and Clip can do for us. The other day, I think through Gene Kogan's work, I came across this Twitter profile. So we have this adverb, adverb, noun. Authored the Big Sleep Notebook and originated the approach of combining VQ, GAN, and Clip. All right, so this is an approach that many have used to make AI art, to auto generate images that could be, well, photographies or illustrations or pieces of art made by artists, digital artists. And what we try to do here is to see the potential of AI systems to generate suggestive images and author pieces of art. Okay, so I'm gonna try to use a notebook that already exists, that seems to be an alteration or like a continuation of the approach that Adverb originated. And we're going to try to see if we can use it or what we need to do. We might get into one of my favorite rabbit holes and don't get anywhere. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this notebook that I'm going to post on Discord, and we're going to clone it, and we're going to try to run it and make some images with it, right? So in this live stream, if we get to do that in this live stream, I'll be happy. All right, do some housekeeping here. And great. So we have the live stream channel. I'm going to paste this link here. VQ. Okay, so instead of doing that, well, okay, so let's post that as the original. So original VQGAN plus clip notebook. All right, and I'll be editing this message and adding more links. And maybe we can also, for whoever wants to be taking a look, I'm gonna put this on the chat as well. Hi, Sajeh. It was some time that I wouldn't see. I don't know if you were here last week, but time warps. So nice to see you, and I hope that you enjoyed today's live stream. Okay, so and feel free to put any comments, any questions, or anything as always on the chat. I can take a look and I can comment on them. All right, so what I said, I'm going to go to File, save a copy in Drive, and what this is going to do is going to open a new tab with the exact same contents of that notebook. This notebook is open with private outputs. Outputs will not be saved. You can disable this in notebook settings. Private outputs. What are private outputs? Okay, so that means that even if we execute cells, the code is not gonna, so the output is not gonna persist, right? If we create here, so we print hello, the output will be there, but it won't save to the notebook, so other people won't see it. And that helps not clutter the notebook and have it easy for people to take a look. All right, so we're gonna put the date as I always do. I'm gonna put the date here of this notebook. This is bclip updated, and for me, this is livestream 71. All right, and maybe we can get to the practice of doing this just so people know what where this comes from. Okay, so and we keep the we keep here the credits for the authors. And yeah, so let's see. So we have our GPU setup on the notebook settings. We're going to connect here. Notebook requires high RAM. This notebook was authored in a high RAM runtime environment and may require more resources than are allocated in the version of Colab that is free of charge. If you encounter errors, you may want to check Colab Pro. All right, let's see if we run into errors. We could upgrade to Colab Pro during this live stream if we need to, but we won't do that right now. So we're connected. We have our backend, and this is just the license, right? So we don't really need to do anything. We check the GPU. Tesla K80 meh. All right, so this is not excellent. Okay, available only for Colab Pro users. Maybe to make a good use of my time, I should directly, well, let's do this. I'm not gonna upgrade yet, right? So this is gonna be an experiment. And can we hide this section? Show code. How can we hide the code? Hide code. All right, so I guess we can hide the code. This is if you don't care about what's inside, you just show this, and then the output comes here. Anti-disconnect for Google Colab. I think this is not recommended by Colab to do because it's basically trying to get around their limitations. What is this doing? So this is executing JavaScript code, and every 60 seconds, every minute, I think it's trying to click disconnect button, the connect button. All right, hide code, installation of libraries. installing Clip, installing Python libraries for AI. This is nice because hi Major, nice to have you around. I know that you've mentioned VQGAN and Clip, and I think you mentioned early on when it was released. I personally haven't had a lot of time to play with it. I've been learning a bit more about Clip, which is the you know what it is, but for people who don't know, it's Open's AI model that knows how to map images to text and text to image. I think at openai.com/clip you can see this, and it connects text and images, and in some way, I mean, this is enabled the fascinating world of DALI 2. All right, and I also see Sodivias connected with us today. Hello, Sodivias. How's it going? I now that I got some people here, I would like to say, would May, like next month, be a good time to have a community call? I would like to have an online call in which, I don't know, just probably just a Zoom call or some call that we can record and maybe even live stream and just have everyone connected so we can all talk. And it's not gonna have an agenda. We just can gather and talk and share what everyone has experienced over the past years of live streaming on the podcast, or like what you're working on, what you're trying to learn on your own, or at school or studying or at work. So yeah, let me know if that's something that would be interesting. I've been talking about that for a while, but I don't know if we could maybe do it in May. Okay, I this has continue. I can't help myself but to go and look at these things. All right, so this, I guess, okay, this is to silent the output, so the output doesn't show here, and only the things that they print are here. So let's keep going. Selection of models to download. ImageNet. By default, the notebook downloads model 16384 from ImageNet. There are others that are not downloaded by default, since it would be in vain if you're not going to use them. So if you want to use them, simply select the models to download. Cool. So if you guys are cool with that, and Major, feel free to share the links here, or share with me on Discord, and I'll put it on the chat or put it on the Discord channel. The interview related to VQGAN and Clip and the workshop that you did. That's super interesting, and I would love to learn more about the workshop as well. Okay, so we play here, and okay, we play here. We're downloading that model, and I think now we load libraries and definitions. This is just our imports. Clip. There is a lot here, and a lot is abstracted, right? So it would take us some time to understand it all. Okay, so we are still downloading. I don't know how big this model is, and I don't know if it's gonna work with our, with our thingy here. All right, so we went live, and this is what we're taking a look at today: VQGAN and Clip. All right. Okay, this is still connecting. Great. All right. So, okay, so it has finished downloading. So I guess we'll have that here. All right. Right. Tool for execution. Mainly what you will have to modify will be texts. There you can place the text you want to generate, separated with that. It is a list because you can put more than one text, and so the AI tries to mix the images, giving the same priority to both texts. To use an initial image to the model, you just have to feed an initial image to the model, you just have to upload a file to the collab environment in the section on the left and then modify init image, putting the exact name of the file, example sample.png. You can also modify the model by changing the lines that say model, currently 10.24.16.384, WikiArt, blah, 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 are available. To activate them, you have to have downloaded them first, and then you can simply select it. You can also use target images here, which is basically putting one or more images on it that the AI will take as a target, fulfilling the same function as putting text on it. To put more than one, you have to use this as a separator. All right, so let's see what we could do. A podcast recording. I don't know what that will look like. 300, 300, this, images, interval 50, init image, no init image, seed, -1, max iteration, -1. All right. Fire up the AI. Right, so we're downloading VQGAN 16, seed, blah, blah, blah. Generate a video with the result. You can edit frame rate and stuff by double clicking this tab. Right. Disco diffusion. So Divias on the chat is sharing Disco diffusion, one of the popular and latest text to image networks as I've known. A Frankensteinian amalgamation of notebooks, models, and techniques for the generation of AI art and animations, to be updated with further info soon. Where can we see sample outputs of this? Disco diffusion AI art.
In this tutorial, we're going to look at the Disco Diffusion notebook. It's made by this person, Somnai Dream.
I haven't used it yet.
Check this box.
You know, you can see I've been busy. I haven't been able to
setting.
catch up with many of these things.
Look at our final image result.
You know, these are really
so that
cool.
did take about 5 minutes for that to run. And here's my here clip guidance to be 5.
This is crazy,
so let this
guys.
run now for 500 steps, and here you'll see my final image. It's interesting because I actually thought as this was going, this fish here in the middle was looking really good. And then I walked away for 5 minutes and came back, and I don't like this image.
All right, yeah, we need to do more work on these things, right? So let's put this thing on Discord as well. So I'll put it here, Disco diffusion via so devious, right? All right, thanks for sharing. I mean, feel free to have to like keep the links coming. I'm I'm glad to share as much as you have. All right, so let's go back here. So this is generating these images. I don't think I mean, let's try to understand what's going on here. So fire up the AI. And yeah, I'm not sure if this is trying to train. So the loss seems to be going down from 91 to 87. And this is probably really, really slow, right? Like slow in the sense that maybe with one of the Colab Pro notebooks, we could get better what is this? Yeah, like better performance, make this faster. All right, so we will then generate a video with the result. You can edit frame rate and stuff by double clicking. View video in the browser. This process may take a little longer. If you don't want to wait, download it by executing the next cell instead. Download the video result. Delete all frames from a folder. If you want to clear all generated, run this tab if you want to clear all the generated frames. Click connect. Okay, so we got this here. So models, autoencoder, pips, BGG. Okay, steps and all right. So here we get a lot more steps that the network is actually showing us. And I guess we would have to wait a long time. I don't know. It doesn't, the notebook has a lot of information, but I don't think it describes how long we need to wait for some meaningful result to happen. All right, so we have here init image, target images. So it's actually pretty fast. It's just showing us one image every 50 steps. Okay, how long does VQGAN clip take to process? All right. All right. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna keep adding these resources. Text to image art. All right, some things start showing up here. All right, so I'm not sure what we're gonna see. We haven't been running for 30 minutes for sure, but I will say we should be doing something else while this runs. And I'd be interested on seeing what we could what we could do if we get Cola Pro, like how much faster it would be. Yeah, so I'm not sure. Like I guess like we can input a sample image. So let's see microphone wooden microphone. Wooden ah. Hmm. Right. So this is making something. This seems to be a lot faster of what is happening here. Maybe because of the GPU. But yeah, it seems like this is working. So my a podcast recording. Hmm. Yeah, that's a bit of an abstract concept. It's not like a studio recording. That's pretty cool. I mean, it looks like something. Right. So here we got Live 71, and this is a wooden microphone. Again, wooden microphone. All right. What else? Hmm. This is. I guess this will resemble more and more microphone. I'm guessing. Okay. What else? So I'm gonna leave that on the side, and we're gonna take a look at other things that we have here. Mm, we did this last week. I haven't put that to use. How long have we been going for? 30 minutes. Okay. And regression with Keras. I also had this here. One thing I wanted to do was trying to get a like a regression model done with TensorFlow Lite, no TensorFlow JS, and I actually found a video by Daniel Schiffman that does exactly that. But I would like to do all of that from scratch just to make sure that we understand how it is. So I might take a look at his video and learn a bit from there to see what we can do. But yeah, the outcome that he creates, this is pretty nice. Yeah, and I see a question from Sodivius asking me, what do I have in mind with the machine learning course? Honestly, I haven't had or I haven't put as much time as I wanted into the course. My intention is that we can create tools that can be used by people doing visualization or doing creating designs, or things that we're seeing not just applied to art or to like data science, but also applied to design in a more general sense. I don't intend to do anything that is directly applied to architecture. But one thing, for instance, that I keep seeing is Jim Kogan's ML for art, right? Like machine learning for art framework. He's putting code, basically like a Python library online, and he has different wrappers around different neural networks that do different things, most of them generative. And I like how he's creating collabs and also Python code for each of these algorithms. So he can later give a workshop maybe and cover one of these and go through the code that he's learned and he's wrapped around a set of things, right? So it's fairly open. I think we have talked about it repeatedly. I need to I need to see. So this is not really mm, intro contents. Yeah, I don't know. I want it to serve as a AIML introduction, but also like hands-on coding, but also try to see how we can make it accessible to more people, not just for experts. And I just realized I don't have this on. So yeah, I want to try to see. Oh, I wasn't showing my. Okay, I wasn't showing the webcam. This happens to me because I disabled the preview of OBS, so I don't see I have this camera on. So what I was mentioning is, on the goals we have like some sort of initial outline of the contents, right? Like things that we would like to wrap into tutorials or like lectures that we can deliver here live or maybe in another workshop setting. And then what I was mentioning before without the screen on is this machine learning for art framework. So in here, Gene Kogan has wrapped different models in the Python library. That's a ML4A, right? ML4 art, and also Google Colab notebooks that you can run, like the one that we were running today in the live stream with VQGAN and Clip, right? Like somebody has put that together so we can execute it fairly quickly and generate images or perform something with a machine learning model, right? So the fundamentals, this is something I hadn't seen. I'm just seeing this for the first time, and this is actually this is actually something like what I was thinking on preparing, and I see that Jing has covered a ton of it already. So maybe one thing we could do is like reuse parts of this, or of course like crediting, or remake some of them in a different way. But he's actually covering a ton of it, and it seems like I guess that this is helping him deliver workshops and explain these things. So let's actually open one of this. Let's see how this looks like. Yeah, so this is a really good starting point, right? Like this is a really good starting point for what I want to try to cover. There is a lot of content here, and yeah, but it mixes a lot because there's like a lot of math, a lot of programming involved to get started. And I'm not sure how much we need to cover. There's also ML5JS, which is like other applications, creative applications with machine learning on the browser that you can open with P5. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just need to join forces and just develop things for ML4A with him. I'm not sure. Okay, but yeah, it seems a bit daunting, right? So we need to try to condense a little part of the ML course and get started as soon as possible, because otherwise we're just gonna let time run. And so in the future, so DBS is also planning on making a YouTube channel just for documenting his learning process and stuff. So want to know from you. Want to know from me how I do it or what I do or what. I'm also trying to, improve the way in which we do these things and communicate all this knowledge, right? All right. So let's take a look here. So we're gonna keep closing things. So this got stale here. And let's see if this VQGAN. All right. So this is a podcast recording. So it seems like there are two mics. This is something like a tablecloth or like a sofa or something. And then there's like something like looks like a recording device. I thought it was like a user interface before, but it's now looking like a screen, right? Like this is now looking like a recording screen. It looks like a Thermomix. But yeah, this seems like a recording button or something, and some sort of gear here, and then a microphone and another microphone with cables. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this is gonna be going for. Mm, I don't know how many steps this goes for. Let me check on the code. Show code. Max iterations. How many? -1. So there's no max iterations. When does this stop? While true. All right, so I guess like this can keep going forever until we stop it, I would say. So if we don't set an like an I variable, so we don't set an I value, this will probably go forever because we haven't set a limit. So I guess we can stop it in a bit and try to get the animation, whatever that is. Yeah, and I guess we can set the input and output of the animation, so 150 and 350, for instance. All right. Um. Okay. As I said, there is not a lot that I prepared for today. I've also been looking at Solana, so I'm taking notes on Solana and crypto, and I don't know, so doing some writing. But yeah, so these are my raw notes, so don't blame me. There's something wrong. I'm trying to understand. I haven't touched Rust or C++ yet to code for Solana, but I've seen how to generate wallets, trying to understand how they're encoded, what it means to have uh, I don't know, how the beep 39 protocol works as well, like the one that basically gives you a passphrase. So for example, I think I can create here, let's see, marker Solana, and I can go here and create a new wallet with this code, and you can either give it a password or not to your wallet. And this wallet is going to be empty and I'm not going to use it, but you can see this is my public key and my super secret sentence would be here, right? So we can go and take a look. I think you can do Solana balance. I don't want to close this tab because we have the key there. So Solana balance and put this key, and it has 0 salt, right? We've just generated, this is a public key. You can open this on Solana's Explorer. So I can just change the address here. And you can see this is a new address that has never been transferred to. Somebody transfers money to here, you could actually recover this wallet with this passphrase. And actually, because there is no password on it, you will be able to regenerate it from this, right? So you can do Solana recover, I think. How was this? Let me see. All right, yeah. So it's not Solana, it's Solana keygen recover, and we put an out file, right? But refusing to overwrite. Okay, so out file desktop recovered JSON, right? Out file, and you will paste. So I'm copying here this passphrase, right? So we'll paste this. There's no passphrase associated, so I can click enter, and I say yes, right? So as you can see, for 3J7, I've generated the the wallet for this pair that we generated before, because it doesn't have a password. I didn't have to put one. And basically from my passphrase, I've recovered my public key, but also the private key, which is now at hey, right? So I can do this desktop hey.json, and actually this would be your private and your public key. From here you can get both of them, right? And yeah, if you have a wallet, never share this with anyone, because that's all the information of your private and public key. All you need to move funds out of your wallet or to do anything. And okay, so get let me see if you can get your. So let's look here how to get base 58 Solana wallet from JSON. Right, so Solana keygen, and then we get the hey file, right? So that's it. Cancel verify message, new help grind for vanity keepers, print this message. All right, so um right, so that's how we do that. And note how if I do Solana keygen recover from that file, not from that file, but I will say out file hey to JSON, not outline, out file. All right, I get the seed phrase again, right? Right, and if I put that password, so I'm not gonna say the password, I'll just put a password, and I'll put that password again, right? Now it generates a different private public keeper, right? So I say, okay, continue, yeah. So this is another Solana address, which is also empty, and it's virtually impossible that you'll hit one account that it already has money, right? And now I can say Solana key gen pub key with hey2, and that's what we have, right? And um, mm, mm, mm. yeah, so this means that if I give you my passphrase, right, and I added a beep 339 passphrase, you're never gonna get. I mean, it's gonna be, you'll still have to crack the password to get to my public key. But if you don't put a password, it's really easy, right? Like 43 blah blah blah. I can simply do Solana keygen recover out file hey 3 JSON, and by putting the passphrase and no password, I get to your public key. But not only the public one, also the private one is contained inside of your file, and you can use that to sign transactions and get money out of your wallet, right? So right, so I think this might be fake accounts, but let's try to see from here, like if these are actual accounts. just for fun. Okay, Solana, keygen, recover, out file, in sol1 JSON. Put that there. 763p 4h blah blah blah. So this is actually giving us this real address, and we can do Solana balance, boom, 0 sol, right? But if we look here, because it's a publicly put account, there are some transactions to that account, right? It seems like somebody moved money into it. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure. And this happened 21 days ago, a month ago, 3 months ago. Fetch full history. So yeah, 3 months ago, month ago, let's take a look. Yeah, I don't know what this means. There are transactions or other executions, but yeah, so that is an account there, right? Okay. What about this one? All right. So this keeps going, and I think it's adding some other stuff here. But I think by now, I think we can stop it and try to generate the video. Right, so let's actually move here. Marker back to VQGAN plus clip. All right, so let me see. If you're connecting live today and you haven't said anything, maybe just type on the chat where you're connecting from and how you found us and your name. Okay, so wooden microphone, we're going to close this one. And Disco diffusion, we're going to close. I'm going to stop this, I think, by clicking this twice. Or I can stop that, so that's going to give me an error. But all of our images are here, right? The executing code is not responding to those. Would you like to try restarting the runtime? Runtime starting local variables will be lost. Cancel. Okay, so I have my steps. I still have my files, so don't take them from me. Spend some time here to generate them. All right, and now arguably this is gonna generate a video for me. So if you don't want to wait, blah blah blah. Okay, so generate a video with the result. So we'll go from input is gonna be, so the start is gonna be maybe 150, and then we're gonna finish on 200, just to test how long this takes. Your session crashed for an unknown reason. All right, so these files here we can still open, right? So I'm gonna go and take at my download files from Colab. I'm gonna take a look at my video on downloading files from Colab. And let's see, import from Colab, import files. Right, so let's try here from Colab, import files, and we want to download files download files files download, and then I'll put here step.zip, and we want another code cell here. Let's print where we are. All right, we're in content, and we have steps here, so we can go into steps and zip this folder. Let's try to see if that works. And then we'll see. Right, so I'm zipping everything, and now I have this here. Now I can download that file. Cannot import name files from Colab. Google Colab. TQDM is not defined, and who's running that? Right, so we're trying to download. I'm not sure how big this is, so I'm not sure why it's taking this long. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap soon, and we'll see. So feel free to let me know what you would like to see next on the live stream. I hope that more quiet months come and we can dedicate more time to the live stream, not make it just like 1 or 2 hours, make it a bit longer, or at least make more. But yeah, I do need to prioritize a bit more, and I'm trying to also get guests that are interesting for these topics of AI art and crypto and all of these new things that are going on. All right, this is almost there, so we have this to wait for. Okay. For those of you who are online, or if you connect later, do you have a chance to listen to the latest podcast episode? Do you have any thoughts on it? Do you have any questions? Any questions or any comments? Um, as always, there are detailed chapters here, and yeah, hopefully you get something out of this episode. It's just a recap of everything, and it's a lot. I'm trying to to still look for people to help editing and creating content. All right, so we have the steps here in this file, and you can see. All right, so I'm gonna create a video with all of this, so I can just call these frames, and I think I already have a script to do that. All right, so we'll do frame rate actually 30. Let's see. File 0 does not contain any stream. All right, so maybe it's just because it's PNGs. So we're encoding a video and we're done. Not supported. I'm sure that Google Chrome wouldn't mind like playing this for me. All right, so it seems like from here to here, it doesn't really change that much. It's mainly from here to here, right? So 13. So from second 3 to 13. Let's make a clip of that. So this is a podcast recording. VQGAN plus clip podcast recording, and we're gonna trim it from second 3 to 13, and here it is. Can be opened, and I'm gonna make that a bit faster. So speed, double the speed, right? And we're gonna open this with Google Chrome. I think it can even be faster, right? So we can make it a lot faster. think 5x. No, 10x. All right, and this is the aesthetics that we're used to seeing in the AI world lately. Maybe it would be good to have this as a loop. Let me see if I can. Okay, let's try this command. Let's see. So I'm gonna try to make a looping, like a boomerang looping video. Hey Ibrahim, how's it going? Nice to see you online. I we need to catch up. What are you up to? Okay, so right. So yeah, so here what I do have is this command that I looked up online. Filter complex, reverse, concat, loop 5 times, 250. What does it say? Okay, let's actually get this here. 1.5 seconds of video file as input, name input loop. Loop 5, 250. 5 is number of loops, 250 is frame rate, double length of clip. The set points applied to avoid frame drops, and the value 25 should be replayed with the frame rate of the clip. You can alter value according to your need, increase value to speed up boomerang effect, and we just want one loop. I don't know if this is like, how big is it? How long is this video? 1 second. It says 1 second, but it has to be right. It says 1 second. I'm not sure. All right, so let's try to see. Well, let's try this. Let's see if it breaks. Probably breaks. All right. All right. It works. Oh, so it's looping twice inside of the video. That's nice. So yeah, we probably don't need to double up on the frames, right? 60. Yes. Reverse concat 160 30. Yes. Okay, so here we actually should put this 60 and maybe rename this. Maybe the video was being cached. Well, either way, this is what we wanted. It's doubled up, but this is what I wanted. Okay, so this is a podcast recording, right? That's what its name says. And this is a command to loop the video. And we're going to put that here. Command. So ffmpeg commands to make video from frames, trim video, speed up video, and boomerang video. Right, so this is for so we need 1, 2, and 3, which I have here. So this is number 1. This is number 2 to trim. And this is number 3, which, it would need a bit more explaining, but for now, I think we're going to go with that. And I'm going to post the result, right? So this is, here's today's outcome. Made with VQGAN plus clip with the input text, a podcast recording. Okay, here we have VQGAN plus clip, a podcast recording, 10x boomerang. And we're going to share that here. Hopefully that loops. Boom. Well, it doesn't loop here, but okay, so let's see if we can share this looping video here. Sometimes Twitter complains about the video formats. Okay, and we put the links here. So we put the all right. Tweeted. Nice. Oh, your file could not be processed. Please CT for uploading videos. That's annoying. Okay, so maybe let's try re-encoding. Learn more. Let's learn more. Well, yeah, Ibrahim, good luck with finals. I'm glad that you're connecting with us today. And let us know if you have any questions, any comments, or you want to share anything you're working on or you're excited about. You can record, edit, and share videos. Import to record a video from a tweet, to upload and tweet a video via the web. Watching videos on Twitter, closed captions, minimum resolution, aspect ratios. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hmm. Let's try to scale it. I don't know what this will output, but let's see. Can be opened, but it can be opened here. All right. What do we do? How do we re-encode this? I don't want to use. Well, let's see if Twitter accepts this. Doom. All right. Oldest trick ever. We're gonna record screen. That, my friend, is gonna make it work. So we'll make this a loop. We'll just remove the UI. We'll just record this. And we'll record from here to here, right? And now we have a valid video. Right, I think it was more effective the other way around, like when you see from empty to, well, let's try again. Right, let's see. Again? How did that happen? Okay, empty. Oh, that's too few. Whatever, man. I'm gonna get this one and screen capture. And I'm gonna try to convert it. So MP4. All right, let's see what Twitter says of this one. You see how annoying this is? And actually, it's probably my fault because I should know better how to encode the videos properly for Twitter. Boom. Okay, I think that works, and we're going to be able to get this one up. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up now. So we have this notebook here. We can download. So these downloads, step, images as a zip file. Twitter posted. All right, so that's there, and it's a loop. So that's good. All right, I'll share this also on Discord so you guys can comment or share or whatever. Great. Well, we did something. We've tested something, and that's good. Okay, now last thing, I'll share the notebook to anyone with the link. Well, thanks everyone for connecting live today. Let me do a bit of housekeeping before we go. So this is a a podcast recording, right? So we have a name, have the name here. And we can move that and put all of this here. All right, so this is my record of what we've done. I'm going to put it on my live folder where we have all the files from all the live streams. And I will close now. Oh, this command. This command I need to learn better. I don't know what it really does. So I'm going to save it. Boomerang dot txt. I'm just going to save that. All right, don't save. Close, close, close. I'm going to remove all of this crap. Right. Skipping. And I think we've done the entire live stream with this in full screen here. That's nice that we could do that. All right. And I'll close everything here. All right. So I see here from the chat that, let me see, put it here, that Ibrahim mentions that another interesting model that is steered from VQGAN is the text to shape generation with CPPN. And that is CPPN VQGAN. CPPN. If you can share a link on the Discord server or on the chat, that'll be good. Hey Rob, thanks for popping by, and we're just wrapping up, so you can watch the recording later. And you'll see this week has been a bit crazy for me, apart from the live stream, because I haven't been able to prepare properly, but we'll get there at some point in the future. And yeah, thanks a lot everyone for connecting. And now, just for the final minutes or before we go, there's a few of you online, so I want to take a chance, if you want, for me to answer questions and or maybe discuss some topics that you want. I'm also open to, there's one thing, I'm also open to testing. Does anyone want to ask questions live, like, or have a discussion? Like, we could do that live. Like, I could get somebody on call through the software I use and have a conversation, maybe ask a question. Or if you also send like questions via this interface, the so gettingsimple.com/ask, you could record here, right? Allow your microphone to be used. And now here, for example, I'm recording a voice note to be sent through SpeakPipe to me, right? So, hi everyone, this is Nono, and I'm sending a sample voice note through SpeakPipe to the live stream or the podcast. So we stop here. Now I can put my name, I can put an email, I can play it. And now here, for example, I'm recording a voice note to, and I can send it, right? And that's it. Like, you send it like that. And if I go to speakpipe.com, okay, same thing happened again. Let's do that once more, because I I forget that I'm setting my camera into the podcast mode and I don't show my screen. All right. So what I was doing here, right? You would go to gettingsimple.com/ask or /record, right? Redirects you there. You get this UI here and you can press start recording. And you need to allow for access to your microphone on the laptop or computer and the Google Chrome browser or whatever browser you're using. Let me do it again. Okay, we'll remove that and then I'm going to start recording. Hey, Nono, this is a test recording that I'm doing, and this will go through the internet to SpeakPipe, and Nono will receive this note and maybe answer your question on the live stream or on the podcast. Okay, now I can write my name and my email, and I can play to preview what I'm gonna send. Hey, Nono, this is a test recording that I'm doing, and this will go through. All right, you will just hit send, and that's it. And then I'll get your note via email, and I can look at it on the SpeakPipe website, right? So what I was trying to do here is, let me just go to speakpipe.com. Yeah, right. And here we have some audio notes, and the last two happen to be the ones that I've sent, right? Hey, Nono, this is a test recording. And now here, for example, all right. Great. If there are no questions today, I'm going to wrap it up and continue with my day. Remember, it helps a lot if you like this video. It shows that you support the channel and that you want to see similar contents in the near future. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so yet, if you want to get notified when I go live next or when we upload new videos. Thanks a lot for watching. You can also chat with us on Discord, and we'll see you next time. Bye. And really, thanks everyone for connecting live. I'm looking forward to a community call where we can all talk on Zoom, maybe in May 2022 or June. I don't know, but I'm going to try to schedule that. Thanks to Majur, thanks to Sajed, thanks to Saudivias, thanks to Ibrahim, thanks to Rob. Thanks for everyone for being there. Also to Jean-Marc that is not here today, Jose Luis, Sorab, everyone. Share parts of the podcast and the live stream with your friends, or just comment on the video after it's published, because that makes me happy and also makes me learn and see what you want to go and see next. All right. Have a good day and see you next week.